Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. Today I'm bringing you the review of City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennet. Now let's find out if it is a steep climb up a stair with a slip disc or more like a run to the top of my favorite books of 2014 pile. Our main setting is the city of Bulikov. Bulikov is the center of the continent, and the continent represents the Western society of the world City of Stairs is set in. In the past, the continent was a very aggressive conqueror. They were supported by their gods, the divinities. There were 6 of them, and with their help they created a lot of miracles, of magical objects, and they were able to conquer the whole world. But then the nation of Saipur rose up, and one of their leaders, the Kash, invented a weapon that was actually able to kill the gods. So now the Saipuri rule, I don't know if they rule the world, but at least they rule the continent. And Bulikov, stripped of its magic, is now more of a backwater town. And in Bulikov, a murder has happened. Dr. Avram Pangui is murdered, and he's a Saipuri scientist, or he was. And a Saipuri agent, Shara Tivani, is sent there to investigate this murder. Shara Tivani is not your typical hero. She's a middle-aged woman, and she's a kind of bookish and is very interested in the culture and history of the continent. That is knowledge that is not that easy to come by, because the Saipuri actually forbade any use of magical objects on the continent, any practitioner of the old religions, and simply all the knowledge and history of the continent. Shara Tivani is one of the most likable characters I encountered in ages. I really like her morals, I really like her approach on life. It is someone I can highly relate to, and she's really awesome. With her is her assistant Sigurd. He's a dryling. This is kind of a northern Viking culture nation. And he's like huge, because everyone on the continent and in Saipur is of smaller build, and he's like this huge muscular guy, and he acts like her secretary, bodyguard in one person, and he's an awesome character as well. Almost all of the book is told either from Shara's or from Sigurd's perspective, but there are little perspectives of other people in as well. What this book does really well is a kind of organic development. Like plot, characters and world building develop organically, similar, and with every layer you see from the plot you get a new information about the characters, and you also get a new information about the world building, and it all blossoms like in your face. It's really like having flowers in your hand before you, and they're all blossoming together as far as you read on, until you can only see a very beautiful field of flowers in front of your face. It's an amazing book. Another thing Robert Jackson Bennet does really well is images. The city of Bulikov feels like a bit of a 1920s scenario. Cars are driving around, we have photography, there are no firearms because saltpeter is really rare in this world, so they fire like bolt guns, for example. Yeah, and it has a bit like this 20s style. So when they go on and investigate, we have like some mundane city scenes, and Robert Jackson Bennet is always able to grab you by the neck, pull you out of this mundane scene, and then present a picture or an image of epic proportions. There are some mind-blowing images in there, or in my head when I read it, and there are some very memorable scenes. And if you're looking for themes, of course the the setup with a conquering Western civilization. The naming conventions on the continent are all like Slavic or Russian, and on the other hand, the Saipuri are all a bit sound Indian. And you have this reversal of roles, that now the former colony is the conqueror and is in charge, and the Saipuri are really suppressing the continent at the moment. And this reversal of roles asks a lot of very interesting questions about the cultural identity of nations. Also, religion is a theme, because the Saipuri forbid the religion of the continent, and the people of the continent are really longing to to get their religion and their cultural identity back. So this is a huge theme of the book. And one thing I really liked, one small detail maybe, Robert Jackson Bennet uses the symbol of tea in this book. There's a lot of tea drinking going on, and if you think about what I said with the naming conventions, both the Indian and Russian nations we have in mind are maybe a bit associated with drinking tea, and so are these. So actually the Saipuri drink tea and the continentals drink tea, and they are very different from each other in many other aspects, the continentals being all very religious and very conservative, and the Saipuri are more liberal and open-minded, but both drink tea and enjoy it. So tea actually works as a symbol for showing that everyone is basically the same. Everyone is a tea drinker. And this was something I really liked, and those kind of symbols and themes are found in this book. And on top of being this very organic work of art, the way he uses the themes and icons really add on top of this very positive feeling I have about this book. And that's why in the end, you might have guessed it, it got the full hand 5 stars from me. It's an amazing work, and it's coming out next Tuesday, September 9th, and I would suggest going out there and buying it and reading it. It's a really good book. That's it from me today. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. If you want to know what's coming up in the next couple of days, check out the comment box. I have a little segment there called On the Horizon. I wish you a lovely day, and I hope you get bitten by a really good book too. Bye.